Alright, hey guys, so I wanted to do a real quick video about heat packs for shipping reptiles. Some people ship right now, dead of winter, no problem. Personally, I don't risk it. But if you're going to ship in winter, sometimes on cool days in the spring or fall, you want a heat pack. So what I wanted to do was give you the do's and don'ts, okay? Don't use hot hand warmers, okay? First off, up to 10 hours of heat. These things are great if your hands are cold. These things are great if your feet are cold. These things are great if you are cold. These are not meant for reptiles. They get way too hot, and they don't last long in a box. I mean, the average temperature on these, it says, is 126 to 144. Way too hot, okay? If you ship a snake with one of these, or any kind of reptile, it's gonna die. Alright. This, as I drop it, is what you want. Alright, this is a Uniheat small pet shipping warmer. 40-hour heat pack. You can get them in 72-hour heat packs as well. What does it say? For average temp on this is, at the peak of its heating, it's 115 for approximately 4 hours, and then it'll slow down to reduce the temperature to 100. But that's the heat pack itself. The box temperature will not be 100. It usually keeps the box around 65 to 70. So when packed correctly, this is what you want. These are inexpensive. You can go to Amazon and pick one up for $2 or $3. I ordered 20 of them, and I think it was like 20 or 30 bucks, 25 bucks. You can order them in bulk. You can go to reptilesexpress.com and order them. You can go to shipyourreptiles.com and order them. But this is what you want. Uniheat small pet shipping warmer. 40 hours. You can, like I said, you can get them in 72. This is what you want. This is not what you want. This is for you. This is for your pets. Alright? That's it. Out. Alright, so I wanted to add more to that heating video. So basically, I've already covered the grounds of you want to use a Uniheat. How do you use a Uniheat is the next question. What you would do is, I usually, like an hour before I need to ship, I will open this package up, and then you shake up the heat pack. That will activate the chemical reaction inside that creates the heat. Okay? Now, your number one thing you do not want to do when using one of these is put it on the bottom of your box. You will cook whatever you are shipping. Okay? Bottom is a no-no. So you take your box. Now, a lot of people say when you're using a heat pack not to ship with a 7x7x7 box. I've done it. I've had no problems. My logic is a smaller box, less area to heat, better temperature regulation. Now, most people's concerns are, well, if he's got it in a 7x7 box, what happens if the snake gets flipped over and he's now on top of the heat pack? Simple solution, okay? What I do, I don't have any shipping boxes with me, but alright, let's say this is the shipping box. It's not a 7x7x7, but I don't know if that's going to work really well. Well, close enough. Alright, so you've got this box, right? This is your shipping box. Pretend there's foam insulation. Pretend, you know, it's a reptile shipping box. I don't have one with me to show you, so. Alright, so what I do is I take newspaper. I happen to have newspaper because I did get something with newspaper in it. And I'll build a little nest, alright, around whatever I'm shipping. So let's say this can of Gaslight smoking tobacco is my snake, okay? I will put either in a deli cup or in a bag, put the snake in the box, alright? Then I finish packing newspaper around it. So what I do is I put the snake as far into the bottom of the box as I can, and I'll usually stack 2 or 3 inches of newspaper on top of it real good. Alright, then I take my heat pack that's already open and I wrap it in a layer or 2 of newspaper, and I tape that to the lid of the box, and then I put that in on top of the animal, close it up. In the case of the box getting flipped over, okay, so my snake is in transit, and for some reason the FedEx guy screws up and flips over the box. Yes, the snake is on top of the heat pack, but he's not directly on top of the heat pack. He's got a good 3 or 4 inches of insulation or newspaper between him and the heat pack. And that newspaper is also absorbing excess heat that comes off the heat pack. Newspaper is an amazing insulator. It'll absorb the heat and distribute it amongst itself. So on top of, this may be 100 degrees down here, but it's spreading out throughout the rest of the box and keeping it at about 70 or so. Alright? So the other option that a lot of people use that I've seen, I've received snakes this way, is same deal, but instead of a 7x7x7 box, you have 12x9x6 or something like that. So your snake is now packaged over here, and you have excess space over here. You slip the heat pack in here, wrapped in a newspaper. Alright, there's a really good chance your snake is not going to end up on its side. But even if it does, you leave enough newspaper in there between the heat pack and the animal so that it's not directly on top of the heat pack. Honestly, that's a safer method. You are risking, you're risking it a little bit with the 7x7x7 boxes. But at the same time, not really, in my opinion. You gotta remember too, a lot of times in the 7x7x7 boxes, I'm shipping one baby ball python. That was back when I was shipping ball pythons. I've got it in a deli cup that's, an inch or 2 inches tall, and then I've got 4 inches of space before the top of the box. That's a lot of space. That's a lot of newspaper. There's no risk there to the animal, in my opinion. Like I said, I've shipped a couple dozen shipments like that. I've never had a fatality. I've never had a problem. So, plus FedEx is really good at keeping, in my opinion, I've never had a problem with any of my FedEx guys keeping the boxes, this side up with the arrow pointing up. So, I think a lot of FedEx people have come a long way into realizing that we ship reptiles via their service, and they're a lot better. I'd never trust UPS, even if they allowed you to ship reptiles, because UPS guys are assholes. No offense to anybody out there who works for UPS who isn't one, but the other day, I got my girlfriend or my fiance her Christmas present, and we'll put it this way: it's expensive scientific equipment. She wanted it for Christmas. We're nerds, and I literally watched my UPS guy walk over to my stairs, look at them, and go, "F these stairs," and then throw the box up onto the porch, a good 10 feet up. No, it's probably about 15 feet up onto the porch. Luckily, her present was packed, in 6 inches of styrofoam, and was fine. But had it broken, I would have been quite upset with that guy. It's neither here nor there. I don't want to get into a rant about UPS, but... So anyway, I just wanted to add that, the how to use. I really wish I could have just showed you, without the stupid demonstration of smoking tobacco in a box, but you get the idea. Shipping reptiles is not very difficult, and that's why I don't understand why there's so many idiot people out there who ship horribly and have failed shipments. It's not hard. It's really not. But so that's how you use a Uniheat heat pack. So, alright, now that's it. Officially out.